this may not even be heard for, like, ever.
Yeah, well, you know, it's about doing it, though.
I know, that's the point. That's what all of them say, too. Like, if you're gonna do the thing, just do the fucking thing and worry about the everything else later.
I think...
You got, like, shit in your beard.
I think the... Fucking potatoes.
Literal shit in his beard.
No, I think the biggest thing is trying to ignore that little line.
I typically don't pay attention to it anyway. I don't have to look at the screen. And
Yeah.
if you're doing something like commentary on a game or whatever, it's like you're looking at the screen and the screen is the focus, so your words just kind of come out.
Yeah.
Which is why sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not when you're a content creator and you make that type of content. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to Holes, which I will not explain or elaborate on, a podcast by me, the over-emotional gamer on YouTube. You may know me by, because this will probably be posted there as well. And my associate here that will go by whatever he wants.
I don't know. Fucking... Just call me Jake.
This is Jake. And my name, if you've watched any of my content and also happen to find yourself here, is Zach. So this first one is just an about us. That's all it's called. We will not be giving, like, complete information, obviously, because it just takes one asshole to find us and be like, oh, this is kind of cringe, and then, like, SWAT team us because they have too much fucking information. Which I might have too much of a footprint on the internet anyways, so, if someone wanted to be a dick enough, they'd probably find me. But anyways, so there's our names, Zach and Jake. And I am 27, about to turn 28 years old.
I'm about 52.
That sounds about right.
I
feel about 52.
Yeah.
We both live in a small town in Texas, which narrows it down to absolutely nothing. I work in retail as a stock associate, which I've done for a while. I had previously worked at a pretty big grocery store, which I did all kinds of jobs at, from utility work, which is like cleaning the bathrooms and making sure... basically like maintenance without actually working on electronics and shit, and doing dairy stocking and running a fucking nutritional department and everything but fucking name. And now I make $10 an hour at another stock job because beggars can't be choosers. And apparently I'm not worth money just because I want to stock groceries for a living.
Well, that's going to be hard to follow. I work a desk job. I'm in logistics. Previously, I was in billing. So, fun stuff. It kind of sucks
Great
the life.
Conversations with people that are just like you.
Yeah. So I sit at a desk all day, and I hate my life most of the time.
I enjoy my life most of the time, but I still have the depression. It usually hits when I get way too high.
I was watching... So, of course, I was watching TikTok the other day. Or not even the other day, it was fucking this morning. And there is this one. It was about this guy talking about his depression. And he said something that I thought was pretty cool. I like the way he worded. The vision that it gave me was good. And he talks about how, like, he knows his depression now, essentially. Back when he was, like years ago, he just kind of let it control his life. Like, he didn't know. But now, the way he framed it was that his depression, his anxiety, all that was in a car with him, but he's driving the car now. He knows them. He knows they're there. He knows who they are, but he's the one in control.
Dude, I feel that, and it's like I went through like a big fucking issue with like an ex-friend that like Jake helped me with a bunch. And one of the biggest things that I remember, and it'll sound like cringy and dumb to some people, or just like, because people don't want to express their feelings or whatever, but it's like internally in my brain. It's like, you have that voice that every time you fuck up or do something stupid, and it's like different levels of how this voice treats you for different people. But it's like, oh, you're so fucking stupid, why'd you do that? Or, something similar in that vein. And it got to a point where I finally got control of the reins, and I separated the difference between, like, my anxiety and my depression, because, they can go hand in hand, but they're not the same fucking thing. And it was like the voices in my head, and they're all me, they're all you, unless, maybe you have an illness, and they're still technically you, but, maybe the lines aren't defined as well at that point. But for me, it's like those voices are all me. It's all me. It's not like some made-up other personality. It's just my brain talking to itself. And I got to a point that the voices that, like, praise you for the little steps and doing shit right and just being like, hey, you got up, you're breathing, like, you're doing things. You did the laundry, you washed a dish, you ate a proper fucking meal, like, good on you. And, like, you should never underappreciate or, like, shit on yourself for those tiny victories.
Oh, yeah, no. Even if you're doing the bare minimum to survive, you're at least surviving.
Right.
Like, and if that's all you can do, that's still okay.
The biggest thing is every day you just have to, like, do a little bit better than yesterday.
Or at least try.
At least try.
Aspire
like,
to
put
it.
in the work for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So
what we got?
I'm pansexual. I like all types of fleshy, dangly bits, and regardless of what they're attached to. And my thing, kind of in general, that I feel is that nobody's really truly straight. There are people who might think that they are, and I'm not saying like every dude's gonna want to have like a threesome with a bunch of other dudes or something, or even kiss another guy. But it's like I feel like saying we're all straight just doesn't make sense because everybody's on some form of spectrum. And I don't remember a bunch of information about this other than a movie I watched with Liam Neeson. But it was about it was the first dude that ever really did, like, case studies on, like, sexual stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about.
His name was Kinsey, I think.
Yeah.
Like, one of his other things was he, like, studied mayflies or some shit. But,
I can subscribe to that.
But I believe his whole thing was, like, everything was, like, a spectrum.
Yeah.
It was, like, how gay are you? It wasn't that no one was gay. It's everybody is, like, gay. But how gay are you?
Or it just really shouldn't matter. Like, everybody...
No, yeah.
You know what? It always rings in my head about this, and it's so stupid because it's from a stupid movie. I mean, it's a funny movie, but it's a stupid movie. It's that movie, Paul, with the alien.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where he's like
it's all about the pleasure thing.
It's like... That's
yeah,
where
it's dumb, but that stuck with me too.
It's kind of like where we should be as a society, I feel like honestly.
And I feel like that pleasure thing still, like, it still, like, matters and still makes sense even if, like, you're asexual. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love sex. I love sexual things. And, like, I met an asexual person for the first time, like, actually met them and asked. Because, you know, physically in front of you is different than, like, some random face on the internet. You don't see their inflection. You don't see how they mean to talk.
Yeah.
So, like, your brain can be like, okay, I have nothing against you, but I don't get it. You know, because you just don't personally have the same experience.
Yeah.
But it was like, I've learned a lot, and it's like, asexuals don't necessarily hate sex. They just don't live their life around it.
They don't crave it.
And some of them don't want it.
Yeah.
Some of them still want platonic love, and I hate saying, like, some of them that way. Like, it probably comes off worse than I mean to. It's like... But sometimes someone just wants the touch, like the hug or whatever. Yeah. Sometimes they don't want touch at all, and that's okay too. And it's one of those things in my brain, it's just like, I don't completely understand it, or like, I don't have the same experiences to, like, get some of it, but, like, it doesn't hurt anything to just, like, accept it.
No.
It's like, it's not my life. As long as they're not hurting others around them.
Yeah.
Like...
Ever since I was a kid,
matter.
that's been the wildest thing to me, is the fact that people can get so bent out of shape over other people's, like, the things they like. Like, why does it matter?
And, like, 100%, if you have the opinion that you don't like that thing, like, you can't have the opinion, oh, like, gay people deserve to die or whatever. That's not an opinion, you're just an asshole. But I mean, like, if you're like, oh, this person's into, like, BDSM shit, likes to get whipped or wear leather, I can be like, that looks kind of weird to me, and I have no interest. But, like,
that's where
I'm not judging you. Like, you do you, boo, as long as you're not, like, fucking hurting other people around you.
Yeah, or you're trying...
I mean...
Yeah, like, yeah.
And that way, the hurting is different. As long as it's consensual hurt. Bad example for what I said.
But, no, it's not, though, because...
No, but you know what I mean?
Because kink is also a big portion
No, but
of,
I meant, like, the hurting people thing.
Oh, yeah. Consent is key.
With all things in life. Sexual or not.
Don't
be touching folks that don't tell you can touch them.
But I definitely subscribe to the whole everyone's on a spectrum somewhere. But I'm also a pretty firm believer in, I don't like, well, for me personally, again, I don't like to necessarily label things. I don't like to label myself. I don't like to be like, I'm this or I'm that. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm done
figuring it out. Like,
I don't feel like I'm done evolving. Like, I feel like,
dude, and that's fair.
who knows? In 50 years, in 20 years, I could be completely different.
I've never finished the actual show. I think I watched like 2 episodes, but I really enjoyed this line from I think the first or second episode of like Dear White People on Netflix. And I need to go back to the series because I really liked what I saw for the 2 episodes. But like, there was this whole thing where they're like, I don't like labels, and there was this one girl that's like, labels are we need labels. It's oh goddamn, what it was something to do with, and I feel so stupid because like if anybody watches this and has seen that, is gonna be like, you moron.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. I feel like that's gonna happen a lot to us. Because we're just riffing off memory and
and this is like ancient shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's like 5 or 6 years ago at least.
Yeah.
But the line was something to the effect of, the reason we have labels is so people won't drink Windex. So it's like, I don't have an issue with the people that are being like, oh, I don't like labels, even though, like, at a point it can sound like a cliche. And I think there are obviously people that are, like, saying it because they want to feel, like, superior or cool, like, I don't do labels.
Yeah. It's kind of like the whole, like...
But it's also one of those things you gotta take shit by a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but it's also, like, people who unironically be like, I don't see color.
No,
it's
yeah.
Like,
Dude,
it's
like... that just feels sus in general. It makes me think that you like have a problem with color.
Yeah, and like, another thing that, in that vein of like people announcing things that don't need to be announced, Christian people who have to tell everybody that they're Christian all the time. Those are like the least godly people I've ever met.
Yeah,
like honestly.
I hate when people take a thing that is not a personality trait and try to turn it into their entire, like, being.
Yes.
Like, and it's like, I get if you, like, newly find something and, like, you're part of a fandom. Or say you just now came out. So you're, like...
You're excited.
So you're, like, excited and you want to celebrate. So you buy all the pride flags or make all this stuff and, like, you're all rainbows. And for the record, if you still like rainbows and shit and, like, you've been gay or known you were gay and you're, like, 40 or 30 or 22 or whatever age you are and you like it, it's acceptable. Like what you want to like and shit. I just feel like there are some people in all walks of life that take a thing and then... make it like their permanent sign of their personality, and it's not a personality trait.
It's not necessarily that it's not a personality trait, but it's...
Being gay is not a personality trait.
No, but the people who rub me the wrong way are the people who are not genuine. Like, you can tell they're not genuine. They're
like
just
they're using
it
for clout or
yeah, they're just... You can tell they're just
whatever.
saying it. They're saying it because they think that it makes them look good to the people that they're around.
Yeah.
And it's obvious. Well, to me, it's pretty obvious most of the time.
Most of the time, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So
what's going on?
I thought like, hey, this is an about me thing. This will be funny. I went and looked for those old MySpace surveys that were just like asking you random questions.
Oh god.
Because I was like, that's got to be better than anything I could randomly come up with. And at only 13 minutes in, like, we need something because I don't want the first one to be this short.
No, I think this is good because it is our first one, so bear with us, please. But we need topic points. And
I plan to do this at different times.
Yeah.
I figure at the end of this we can just spitball, throw some ideas out, and then I can rewatch this to steal the ideas we had.
Or maybe we'll be able to riff off something that gets said because it'll catch.
No, yeah, of course. But so. I got quite a few of these, like up to 100. We may not do all of them. I'm gonna flip through them with my eyes. I took screenshots because we're in a soundproof room that he has for murdering people. That's not true, but it's soundproof because it was a band room. And
now it is an office/game room.
And there is no Wi-Fi signal in here at all, so I knew I wouldn't be able to actually use my phone to look at these pages. So I took screenshots. So what was the last beverage you drank? That one's pretty easy because you gave me water. You didn't give me that ranch water thing I wanted to try, which would have been an interesting thing to talk about on here.
Shit, you're right.
My last phone call. I think my last phone call was with work calling me to ask me to come in earlier on a day, and only because I like my boss. I did.
Your last phone call that, okay, are we going off, people you called or people who called you?
I guess either. Like, what was your last phone call you physically had?
My last phone call I physically had that I actually like was on the phone. I think I called Harley Davidson.
Why?
To see if they were hiring.
Oh. In what, like a management position, or?
No, just in general.
Just want to walk around and be like, hey, you want this Thunder Kruger fucking bird? What was the last song you listened to? Mine was like a compilation remix thingy. I might actually be able to pull it up and look at it real quick, because my Spotify will remember it, because it's on. I think it's actually on a playlist that I have downloaded to my phone. It is Donkey Kong Country Music, but it is Forest Interlude by David Wise, and I think the album or the setup or whatever is called Video Games Live, but it was really good. It was really bonkers high in the shower earlier and listening to it, and it was just it was really good, like ambience, just incredible.
Shit, what was the?
I know we didn't listen to music on the way over here.
No, I think the last song I listened to was a song called Lydia, and I can't remember who it's by right now because my brain is
That's
dead.
okay. I got to cheat and go look at the thing. I was just gonna be like Donkey Kong remix song.
My brain is
and I was
dead.
like Donkey Kong compilation song, and no, it was just one song, like a different cover of one song. Last time you cried. The last time I cried was... What is today? Today is Thursday. It was Monday because I got... This is going to be a trend with a lot of things, because I've had a newfound love for edible gummies and just smoking a lot. And I also might sound congested because I think I have a cold. No Rona, I promise. I watched the new Space Jam, which honestly, even looking back and like seeing a video review of it later, like, is it like a great masterpiece? Is it a good movie? No.
Was it a movie that had to be made?
No. But objectively, I do think it's a better movie and has better acting than the original Space Jam. And it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's stupid, like the whole, like, it's WB just fucking ejaculating all the properties they own all over your face. But I fucking love it. It's disgusting, but I fucking love it. And at the intro of the movie, when it was just the real life shit with LeBron walking around and shit.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot that it was like a Space Jam movie and that the Looney Tunes were going to be in it. And I was just like, man, I would totally... I don't even know nothing about basketball. I know barely anything about LeBron James. Like, he could be a shitbag or like a good person. But like, I was like, this is... Yeah, dude. That's been the joke lately ever since this movie's trailer popped up. Fuck my brain. But I would totally watch like a biopic or like whatever about just LeBron James, like to learn about him.
Right.
Like they were just showing like pictures of his accomplishments and shit, and I was like, man, that looks cool. Like, good for him. And like, and I remember looking at my my fucking fiance and being like, man, like, regardless if you were like a shitbag as an athlete, as a person or whatever, athlete, I don't believe they deserve to be paid like the millions that they are, but it's definitely a hard fucking job that you have to keep working at. Like,
you can
I will never say that like athletes are lazy.
Yeah, no, they have to.
But
always,
like, I don't think that they deserve the pay they get, and it's just because like
it is kind of wild.
It's entertainment, and it's like one of the older forms of entertainment, so it's just been pulled up to like a plateau.
Yeah, because it's been around for.
Yeah, because it was something we didn't have.
Yeah.
We didn't need fucking TVs and shit to do or to watch and whatever. So
Yeah.
it's like it's the earliest thing that humans could like do and watch.
Yeah.
Is like sports and athletic feats and shit.
But you hear those things where it's like so and so signed like a $60 million contract.
But I don't know if you've seen the movie, and I'm not gonna give out spoilers because it's like fun enough. But like it got into the ending parts of the movie, and like I died crying. Because also, another thing that happens to me a lot with movies, whether I be sober or be high, is it's like I'll see things in between, And I think this also comes from me playing a bunch of really bad video games, but then, like, looking up information about the development team and the people on the team and shit, and being like, okay, like, I get what you were trying to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I see that work went in here. I see the love that went in here. I don't know what happened that, like, this is the fucking burning dumpster pile that we got. But I see what you wanted to do, and I see how it kind of got into the game, even if it didn't translate well. So it's like, when I watch some of these movies, I'm trying to think critically, but also think, like, hey, just because I think this movie literally is garbage, like, it's badly written or whatever the problem is, it doesn't mean I'm not allowed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it can't be, like, entertainment.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, I know this isn't, like, a term I coined, but I like to call, like, movies that are just, like, garbage entertainment but really good to watch, like, popcorn flicks. It's like a movie you could watch with literally anybody. They don't need to know what the source material is. They don't really need to know what's going on. It's interesting enough that even if you don't fully understand what's in the movie, you're still, like, that's cool, and you want to munch on popcorn and just fucking finish it.
And I love movies like that. They're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love a good, like, psychological twisty movie.
I'll cry at that, too.
Yeah. No, but you know what gets me? Well, we were talking about the last time we cried, and the last time tears came out of my eyes.
I cry a lot, guys.
Was when I got fired. That one time. I didn't even get fired. I shouldn't say fired. I got laid off. But, dude, I was so mad. It wasn't tears of sadness. I was just so frustrated.
Oh,
like,
I feel that,
it was
dude.
just like, I was just, because it didn't make any sense. And they literally told me, they're like, we don't have any reason to do this. But
we just hate you, bye.
Pretty much. And, yeah, that sucked.
Dude, no, I get that.
But,
I get that.
Yeah. But when it comes to, like, movies and stuff that make me cry, it's, make me want to cry. It's, like, anything that involves losing a parent.
That's fair.
I don't even know, like,
Dude,
why
my brain
exactly.
panic responses of, like, losing my mom, like, I'm just like, or, like, fucking my grandmother or anything. I'm just like, I know I'll be okay, but fuck!
I definitely don't want to think about that.
Dude,
but,
when I do think about it, my brain just kind of like...
But often those movies are the ones that I come away from them, like, I really enjoyed them. Like, I enjoyed my time. And I like things that can wrench emotions out of you.
Right.
And that's, like, one of the deepest seated emotions, because I don't cry.
Dude, I love crying. It's like, I ain't afraid. I'll fucking cry just because, man, I fart wrong, I cry. Like, just let it out. Because I feel like, I personally, I feel like it builds up, like, a pressure really bad when I don't cry for too long. I need just that emotional release. And sometimes it's not sad. It's just like, I'm just like at my wit's end. Like, I just need to breathe. Or like, I'm angry and I don't know what to do, so I'm just like, rah!
Yeah.
Or like, I didn't even get fired. I quit and I cried for like 2 days because it was like, was this the right decision? Like, it was, because they treated me terribly and I was paid like garbage.
God.
But it was still like, I was so comfortable. I had been there for so long and like I didn't know what to do. And part of it was also like relief, you know? It was like crying because it was like, it's finally over. Like,
yeah.
I can find something else.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's not going to be perfect, but it can't be worse than that. I won't let it be that bad again.
That's kind of how it was when I quit.
Have you ever dated someone twice? I'm just going to say yes and move on, because I don't want to talk about it. But
yeah.
I don't even remember who it was. Two different people.
Technically, I did, and it was in high school, of course. And this girl was, I don't know, like, it was, I don't know why I let it happen, to be honest, because we dated like 3 times. Each time it was for like 2 or 3 months at a time. And she broke up with me twice the week before homecoming. 2 years, like, years separated. And I just let it happen again. And I was just like, whatever.
I think the only reason I got back with either of my exes when I was actually dating these people was because both sides were just like, we're comfortable. We're not really the happiest, but, like, we don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
And obviously it didn't last long either time, but, you know.
With this girl, it wasn't any of that. I don't even really consider it dating. I think it was just, like, convenience. It was probably one of my first, like, casual relationships. Where it was just, like, there's literally, like, not really any emotions here.
Have you ever kissed someone and regretted it?
Yes.
Yes. I don't have anything else to say. Just yes.
Yes.
What are your favorite colors?
Oh.
I like purple and I like pastel colors.
I do like purple.
Easter pastel colors.
I do like pastels, but I tend to lean more towards like different shades of green. I don't know. I just like them.
Yeah. Like poo poo.
No.
Like grass. Grass and poo poo. Have you met someone who changed you in the past month? No.
In the past month? Changed me as a person?
Yeah.
No.
No. We're too old for that.
Yeah.
Not technically, but like we're at a point that like that shouldn't happen. If it does, then we probably steered too far the wrong direction.
Well, like that, and like we don't regularly associate with enough people. Like,
yeah.
New people.
Yeah. Because we're busy.
Yeah.
Doing nothing. Kissed anyone on your friends list? Now I have to. Oh God, I don't even
service.
know. Yeah, like I have no service.
You also purge your friends list.
I know, and there are only a couple people on there, and it's funny because this is a thing for fucking MySpace, so this isn't even. It doesn't translate.
Oh,
the
do
same.
you remember the top 10 friends on MySpace?
Yes, I didn't even have 10 friends half the time. Fucking yes, probably a good handful of them. I was gonna go look, but no signal in here. And back to the gallery. How many kids do you want? So this can segue into a small conversation. I want children. I don't know if I'll ever physically have them. Not because I don't want like a cutie pie that is the DNA of my fiance and I, but because I feel, and for the record, if you have a kid, I still think it's kind of selfish. But also, I'm not like judging you on that level because like I get it, and something like population and like other children that are born and left somewhere shouldn't be the responsibility of somebody else. Like it's selfish, but it's like I don't see it as like a truly judging a person. Mm-hmm. Accidents happen. People just really want a kid. But like personally, if I have children, I will probably adopt them. But in a perfect world, where we didn't have population issues or a million fucking children that need homes in the first place of all fucking colors, while we still have them in cages, for no reason that makes sense, I would like a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
I would love to have a girl. I don't know why the concept in my brain of taking care of like a little girl, that just watching her grow up and decide her path and like being there to protect her, but like not up her butt. So like when she becomes a teenager and stuff, she's still. I want her to do what she wants to do. I don't want to be like the shotgun dad or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like part of me wants to be just as like the cliche because it's funny, but I don't need to give no kid trauma
But
unless
not,
he's
like,
actually a
really.
piece of shit or she. Because like whenever I have kids, I want them to just experience life and do and be whatever they want to be, and like I'll support them and help them if it's not something that's like gonna harm them like mentally or physically or whatever. That's like as long as it's not something that literally is a detriment to the child. Like I want them to kind of have the same freedom I did that my parents gave me to become my own person. And I made a lot of mistakes, but like I needed to make those mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I do want kids. I do acknowledge the issues, and I do acknowledge everything that you said. Don't get me wrong.
But it'd be so cute!
But I do, at least, ideally I would like to have 2 kids. I don't want to have more than 2, because I feel like when you do exceed 2, that is when you're really starting to step into, like, selfish territory.
Yeah.
Not to piss anybody off, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
like when it comes to like replacing yourself and like humanity and stuff. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Your living legacy. I accidentally did that one twice, but with one more question open alone. Do you want any pets? I want a lot of things. I don't have the time or the ability to take care of them, and probably shouldn't. I have 2 pets currently right now. I have an older cat that comes around our house that does not come inside, that I feed and take care of and make sure she has water every morning. I named her Mochi because she's like white and fluffy like Mochi.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my fiance's dog, who is our baby. Her name is Ginger, and she is a fluffy little Pomeranian poodle mix, and she's adorable. Sometimes she can be an asshole and does some really stupid shit, but she's a cutie pie, and she's pretty well behaved. Like, probably the most well behaved dog I've ever had. And if I ever have a dog again, I've said this to everyone around me that matters, I want a little dog, because little dogs make tiny messes.
They do. Yeah, that's the benefit.
Their poop can fit in my hand.
Yeah.
And my hands aren't that big.
I have pets. I have too many pets.
Yeah, you do. You have a miniature horse, and my cat that I could not handle and was in too small of a living space.
And then 2 more cats.
And 2 more cats.
It's not a literal miniature horse, it's a dog.
It's a miniature horse.
I do want a goat, though.
Oh, why do you want to go?
So it can eat my grass.
But it'll smell bad.
Outside.
But it'll smell bad outside.
No, it won't. It'll be one goat, not a farm.
Sorry, goat lovers. Probably wrong once they don't smell bad. Or there will be like a goat farm and it's like, no, it's terrible. It's horrible.
They're like, no, it's
You get used to it if you have them. Do you want to change your name? No, I've never honestly wanted to. And the other day I remembered that my middle name is another name that I could go by. And I don't want to go by it. But I remember that, like, and the only reason I think about it is because so many people go by their middle names.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people go by their middle names. I've always been fine with my name. I like my name, the full name, even though it's a mouthful.
Yeah, I think my full name is 27 letters.
Yeah.
And a hyphen.
But I've always liked it. I do aspire still, eventually I'd like to get my doctorate someday. And then I would be a doctor. And I've thought about, like, what my doctor name would be, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. But, yeah, no, I don't want to change my name.
I would be Dr. Snackery. I would make them let me do that.
You're the doctor. Do whatever you want.
What'd you do for your last birthday? I don't think I did anything. I literally was home. It was the first time I didn't try to get everybody together. And I think it honestly was because of COVID, but also because, like, we all live further away from each other now.
Yeah, and I don't think I did anything either.
I think I played WoW and got drunk. Waited for my girlfriend at the time, fiance now, to get home, and I might have jerked off. Like, I don't remember. I know that it didn't suck because I don't remember it. Or it only sucked a little, so I don't remember it. What time do you wake up? What time did you wake up today?
5:30 in the morning.
I got up at like 9:30, which is actually pretty weird for me at this point. Name something you cannot wait for. Directly in this moment, like, that I can see it in front of me that I can't wait for. The Diablo 2 remaster. Because I love me some Diablo 2. And it looks pretty, and I want to play it. And it has controller support. And other stupid little quality of life things that will make me not be like, the game's too old.
I don't have really anything in front of me that I can't wait for.
Well, it doesn't have to be something literally in front of you right now.
No, I mean, like, that I can really think about at the moment. Like, I'm just trying to make it through tomorrow.
Last time I saw my mother, like, an hour and a half ago, maybe.
About a month ago?
My most visited webpage, probably YouTube.
Yeah.
I get on Facebook a lot just because I, like, skim through memes and shit. I only have, like, 16 friends on Facebook. I'm mostly there to look at memes and to share my personal, like, content with people that I'm actually close with.
Yeah. Mine's probably Tumblr.
And then I watch a lot of YouTube because that's basically TV for me.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Defunct Land. It's really good stuff about, like, old TV shows and, like, canceled movies and games. And I've been on this this like playlist basically that's just like old Disney stuff, like theme parks and stuff that went defunct or ideas that went to fruition, but never got pushed out.
Right,
like Epcot was supposed to be like a futuristic town where
I'm more
Disney
now.
was basically like an evil overlord. I don't think literally evil, but it was like he wanted it his way or the highway. And
yeah.
all of his Imagineer people were like, but people have free will and will want to vote on like shit going on in the town. And he's like, no, I know what's best for them. And then like on his deathbed, when Epcot still wasn't made, like specifically the one that he had the idea for, not like the little segment that's still kind of cool, I hear, never been myself, that we got. He's like on his deathbed and he was talking to his brother and he's like tracing the ceiling tiles with his finger and being like, it's like the grid system of the park and this is where this will go and blah blah blah, and he died the next fucking day. Like, so it's like regardless of all the fucked up shit and like the like issues the man had, like I've seen a lot of Disney shit lately and I'm just like, okay, he was still human and he was a dum-dum, but the original man I don't think was necessarily evil. He was a dick, and he had a lot of money, like other people that are dicks and have a lot of money. And, like, he was really smart. Like, I'll give him that.
And he had vision.
And he, like, had a lot of cool ideas. Like, I can see where he's coming from, but, like, also, like, dude, you can't do that.
What is that, the saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely?
Yeah. It's like, you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Nicknames. Squee. Snackery.
None that have ever really stuck.
Squee and Snackery.
That's my biggest thing. Like I run in a lot of circles that like people have nicknames, but I've never ever been.
Dude,
like,
there are still people that I was
designated.
introduced from like another friend of mine as Squee, like to these people that I barely remember from high school or never even met, and they for some reason know who I am looking at me even though I have like fucking 60 more pounds on me now, or no, literally like 100 probably. That's gonna make me sound like I'm really fat and gross to look at, but I'm not, I promise everybody. But like, you know, I'm bigger in general, like after high school.
Yeah.
Between your metabolism and just not having PE every other day.
I am literally at least 100 pounds heavier than I was.
Dude, your
when
vape thing smells like maple syrup and pancakes, and I hate you. Because that's all I want. Yeah, so I think, but just random people that I will find places like, hey, what's up, Squee? I'm just like, who the fuck are you, person with 2 teeth and a crack habit?
Again, small town in Texas.
It's nice when the racists aren't out. Relationship status. I am engaged. I have been in a relationship with my lovely associate. Her name is Anna, and she's the bestest. And we've been together for almost 3 years, like, coming up now.
Yeah, damn.
Feels like
That's
a
dope.
million years. And, like, she's my favorite person to be alone with. Like, we can sit there and do our own separate thing and never talk to each other all night and just, like, rub shoulders.
It's like when you want alone time and you get alone time even when you're with that person.
Yeah, it's like we can still have our own time even together, and it's
Yeah.
not an issue. Like, I don't ever feel like I'm being smothered, and I don't feel like we're clingy. We just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. I'm married.
I went to that wedding. I was in that wedding.
We've been together for 6 years.
So walking down to the end of the, like, stage thing, they played Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts.
And I think maybe, like, 2 people that were there got the reference.
Dude, I was like, oh! Dude, no, I was thinking, when we have our wedding, like, whenever we're up at the podium and doing the vows and shit, I want to, like, quietly in the background be playing the, like, Flowers Blooming in the Church song from Seven.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to it in the shower, and I was just, like, swaying in the shower. I'm like, that'd be so pretty. There'd be flowers and the little podium. I'm gonna have, like, a little vest. Zodiac sign. I'm not giving you that information because it's not real. Like, I'm not gonna have that discussion.
Speaking of zodiac signs, I was in the car the other day with Shai, and I got a phone call from a friend, and I was talking about it, his birthday, and like as soon as we got off the phone, she just looks at me and she's like, "He's a Cancer." It took a second. Then she was like, no, not the bad kind.
I'm not going to touch that because I can't be respectful. But it's still funny. But not for the reasons that it's probably supposed to be. Male or female? This question is dumb, but I go by he.
I do too, I guess.
I have a penis and I go by he. And that's all the information you need. Probably more than you actually did, but it's the only information I gave. How tall are you? I'm not completely sure because people argue with me that they're varying heights or that they're the height I am and they're taller than me. But, like, I've been measured and I'm still the same height, which means I must have been shorter then and they still got it wrong. But I'm, like, 5'8".
I am, like, 5'3".
He's so precious. I love to pat his head from so far up here in the clouds. Do you have a crush on someone? So many people. Because they're all so cute. But I will stay with mine forever. Or at least until one of us dies. And then I don't know, man. I didn't think that far ahead. When my brain goes there, it just gets real upset. Basically, it's like that. It's like someone putting claws on a record and doing this back and forth, and your brain's just like refuse to process. Do you have any piercings? I used to have 4 on my lips. I had my ears pierced at one point. They closed up because I think I went back to school after the summer, and I just never put them back in every day after school, so they closed up, and my school hated expression in any form.
Oh, yeah.
I went to in-school suspension 2 times for having longer hair.
So stupid.
And I almost got sent to school suspension once for not shaving when I had, like, 2 little tiny, like, hairs. I didn't actually grow facial hair until I was out of high school. It was, like, this little bitty hair underneath my lip, like, one hair I could have plucked. And, like, they got mad at me because I refused to pay the 25 cents or give them an item to hold until I paid them. And I'm like, no! Like, no one's staring at me for my single hair. Like, this isn't a distraction. They always claimed it was a distraction. The long hair and the facial hair.
You look
but
like
then
a
we
grown
play
man in
football
high school.
games. We play football games with people with full beards that look like 13-year-olds. But I have 2 piercings in my lip. And that's it.
I have a pierced ear.
I always forget until you said that, and I looked up and I'm like, yeah, it's always there looking at me. It's dangling there. It's precious. Tattoos. Yes, I have one on my foot that never stayed, even though I got it like 4 fucking times. I just didn't stay. It's initials of a old family friend that died in a house fire that was my house. I have like this hand with colored flame smoke things on it on one of my legs that was originally, it was my art, but it was my art was based off of a Magic the Gathering card called Vesper Ghoul, and like the card allowed you to like funnel whatever type of mana when you tapped it. Tapping is like activating a card in Magic, and mana is like your resource pool to play your other cards, but it allowed you to produce any color you wanted. And I had several cards in my deck at the time that were not black or red mana, because like I called my deck Brimstone, because it was a lot of fireballs and zombies, so it was regenerating creatures so that you would constantly have to deal with my forces, and then like throwing fireballs of huge damage and earthquakes at you from like under and over my wall. And then I have my most recent one that is my favorite, and is or actually I have another one after this one. It's like a little banner on a pole, and it says, "I'm getting too old for this shit." And I got that one after a friendship that like broke up. I'd been wanting to get it for a while, and it just felt like the proper time. And then I just have this one that says, "What if," in like my handwriting, that was my first tattoo ever, by a heavy-handed fuck who I absolutely hate and is a fucking mongoloid of a human being. And it has little symbols next to it that were like, they look like the Goron symbol from Legend of Zelda, and they basically are, but I took them to mean something else in like my own OC shit. It was a similar design, but it was meant to mean something else, and it was just like kind of edgy teenager shit. And I'd like to get a partial cover up for this tattoo that just puts something over that part of the tattoo. But it's also a good story to tell, and it doesn't look completely stupid. At least the middle part, the words. And those are all my tattoos.
I have one. It's a spider. It's a black widow. And I definitely want more. I want a lot more, but they cost a lot of money.
Yeah, they
do.
Dude, every time I see these fuckers with the full sleeves and they're like 22 or something, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's either like a dude that worked construction from a young age, so like he just has huge amounts of like pocket extra cash.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they got the nice new house and shit, but he also punches walls and screams at his wife, who they have a 1-year-old with. And they're like the type of dudes that look like they weigh 200 pounds when they're soaking wet and wearing saggy jeans. Or these people just should not be spending money on certain things, and they don't know how to not spend money on things that they shouldn't at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Because 90% of me not being fully tatted up is because bills are more important and I like eating real food.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it right there.
Strong or weak? I feel like we're both pretty strong.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Yeah.
I think this is asking, like, physically.
That's what
I
you
don't think that I am that strong. But I seem to be proven wrong about it.
You're pretty strong.
Every time
It's probably...
anyone around me like needs help with something that they can't do,
Yeah.
and I think that it's a really simple thing, and then it turns out it's not.
That's what like a decade of manual labor will do for you.
Yeah, like unintentionally, dude. For the first like month, like when I first went back to this job, because I had like a hiatus of like 6 months because I was looking for work, and it was like in between like people doing the rehiring phase. And my first, like, month at this job, like, I was like, where the fuck did all my fucking, like, strength go? And now, like, 2 months in, I'm, like, the only person in my work that's able to, like, move certain furniture pieces by myself with no help. Like, I shouldn't be doing it, but it's, like, the only other people there literally probably can't help me.
Yeah.
Like, they're, like, older women and, like, really small, petite people. And, like, I'm not trying to, undercredit them for what they do and what they can do. I just know that they can't help me, and they might get more hurt than I will, and I just want to do it and get it out of the way. Also, no one likes to arm wrestle me. I pulled a muscle in a friend of mine's arm because they tried to arm wrestle me and I won. And so they won't arm wrestle me anymore, and I think I've beaten Jake twice.
No, at least once.
At least once. I said I think. I couldn't remember for sure. I knew it was at least once.
Oh, man.
I like to arm wrestle, but people don't like to arm wrestle me.
Alright, guys, well.
Yeah, I think this is it.
It's probably good.
I
it's
think
probably
this
a good
is a
point.
good place to put it.
I think if you've made it this far, kudos to you.
We hope to see you soon. Probably next time I need to do laundry because my dryer is out currently. So that's why I'm here, and it's an excuse to see my buddy.
But bear with us. We will get better once we get better.
We'll get this figured out. And we have tons, I'm sure both of us have tons of different ideas for different topics or whatever. Because we can do anything with this.
Yeah, we'll get good. Stick with us.
But, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think my brain was like, plug shit. It's like, I have nothing to plug right now.
Literally nothing. You
like,
know
I have
gonna
my
hurt?
YouTube. If you want to find my YouTube, I am the over emotional.
You do have
or the
stuff
emotionally unstable. I can't remember. It's either the emotionally unstable or the over emotional gamer on YouTube. Go check me out. I do WoW playthroughs and some other random shit and talk about shit that I've consumed.
It's pretty good.
Media-wise.
Yeah.
And I have an Instagram that I think is just the over-emotional gamer, something like that, and I post screenshots of games I play with stupid filters because Instagram is dumb, but it's fun. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in for Holes, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.